when it was time to get it in, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub plane. And you know we can't wait to bring spin. A-star quizzes, A+ final. Vocals we align, we move it all simultaneously over joints and rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chest man. We installed out in you and your yes man. And if the game has names, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all ground. You ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, beat the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space it out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? Counter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all, beat the flow.
You want to see a cool map on Fortnite?
Not really. I'm streaming right now though.
Of course.
Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. We're giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space it out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? Counter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the...
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Between the Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jackson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. They'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 22. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And this was complete to Seth Roberts. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 66 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
He finds his target, Beckham. He had 2 catches in the wild card game, and he's matched that total in the first quarter here in this one. And a first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Into the first quarter.
The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This pass complete to Higgins, and he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. From the 40 now on second down, Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. This will be caught by Brown. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Ravens push further out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is in. To get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And that'll bring up still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mayfield to throw it, and that's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5 all the way down.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Roberts got it. And they work this out past the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now a man open down the middle of the field, past the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as the Ravens push further out in front. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot down.
But I'm playing as the Ravens right now.
All these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The intended receiver was Seth DeValve. That'll bring up 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway.
They're going to score.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, 65 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive. Now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
The defense now needs to reciprocate.
I want to play it without paying. I am broke. There is no way to do that. Dude.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
I'm playing on PS4. That's the only reason why I'm playing it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that all day. But everything is working for them.
And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. On 3rd down, here's Hunt, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. That's fielded in the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw, Mayfield. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Yeah. Let's get moving."
Be right back, stream. Back stream.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustration, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He got 29 yards that time. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 21 yards away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back to it after the pick six. It's caught. Beckham. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 75 yards. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to the hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Young, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the
blitz coming, and down he goes. Kenny Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's more on the return. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Roberts has it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield looks to throw. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Patrick Owasor coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the Browns getting set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, be honest, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Throwing Mayfield. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One last shot from Mayfield here. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more,